Alright guys, welcome back. This is the 4th episode from my Sleekcraft SST rebuild series. This is a ModVP twin tunnel hull race boat. It's really cool, it's really fast, I think it's awesome. But in this episode we are going to finish taking out the transom, Freudian slip. In this episode we are going to finish taking out the stringer, clean up the inside of the boat, and then we are going to inspect the transom. Now if you are going to buy a boat and you don't want it to become a huge pain in the ass, you should really inspect the transom closely. I didn't do that because I bought this boat primarily for the trailer and now I kind of want to fix it. Long story, but I looked at the transom, just did a quick visual inspection. I didn't see any major stress cracks, but it did have this crazy aluminum support system and transom reinforcement. So that kind of made me think that it wasn't great. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how to inspect a transom both acoustically with a hammer and then from the inside drilling a small test hole to check the inner core of the transom itself. So let's dive into it. This is going to be a stressful episode. That was way satisfying. That thing popped out. Now let's get at the front one. That one's gonna be pretty easy to pop out. It was pretty loose before, so I'm gonna go grab it. All right, definitely ready for the zombie apocalypse now that I got a board with a big screw in it. Okay, so I want to check the transom on this thing before I go too much further. What I really want to know is this transom junk or not? Because if it is, it's just going to be a big pain in the ass. Now there's a couple things that I'm looking at here. First off, this crazy transom brace. This is definitely not factory, but this is some sort of transom reinforcement plate, and that could be because someone was hanging a monster outboard on here, or it could be because the transom was going soft. I don't know which. I don't know why someone added this. It's pretty cool though. I mean, it looks like it's decently well made, other than the shape of these plates, which looks real hokey. So what I'm going to do is first just a visual inspection. So when things are flexing on a transom, you'll see like spiderweb cracks of the gel coat cracking, but I'm actually not seeing that anywhere. It's a little cracking right there. And I did notice rot on the transom right up here where this thing is. That's why this is loose, because the wood is kind of disintegrating up here. But honestly, that's not really a huge deal. If the transom is mostly solid, I'm gonna run this thing, because replacing this whole transom would mean pulling off this entire rub strip and popping the whole cap off the boat, which I would do if it's rotten, but if it's still really strong and it just has a soft spot where this tow hook is, I think it'll be fine. So basically I'm not seeing any visual evidence of transom rot. The next thing I'm going to do is do the hammer test. Now I haven't done this yet, but what you want to do is you take a hammer and you just wrap the back of the transom, and it should sound real tight and firm, and this should bounce back. But if you get a lower pitch that's more like a thud and the hammer doesn't bounce back as much, that means the wood is pretty much rotten and you're just hitting on a drum of fiberglass. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. I haven't tried it yet. I'm really hoping it's good because I really don't want to replace this transom. So let's see what happens. All right, let's start with the starboard side. I don't know, it sounds lower up here. I really can't check the majority of where this motor is mounted. All right, let's try the port side. That sounds like shit. So listen to it down here where it's right near the corner. Bummer. All right, well, we can try one other thing, which is drilling holes on the inside and seeing what it looks like. So I'm gonna go get a drill and drill bit and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to check the transom from the inside of the boat. What you do is you need a drill and a pick of some kind. So I'm gonna drill 2 small holes near the bottom of the transom, and I'm gonna see if the wood sticks to the drill bit when I pull it out. If it does not stick to the drill bit, then that means it's dry. If it sticks in the flutes of the drill bit, that means that it's wet. I have a feeling it's going to be wet. The other thing you can do is take a pick and pick at the wood, and if it's really soft, that means it's garbage. So I have a feeling it's gonna be not good news, which I'm really bummed about.
I have faith in you. Alright, you want it under like this.
Alright, I'm gonna drill right here. Do you think it's good? Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, it's black and
Show it here.
Yeah. That's junk. Damn it. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, because popping the whole cap of this seems like a giant pain in the ass, but then there's this huge splash well. On a typical boat, if this isn't here, if this is back here, you can kind of get to it, but this is really, oh man. And this goes down and then back up. Fuck. Before anyone asks why I didn't check this right away, I mean, I saw the stringer, I knew the stringer had to come out, and the stringer has to come out before the transom has to come out just because of the way this is constructed. So I was just kind of rolling the dice and hoping that it was still good, and it's obviously not. So yeah, I can check it again. I mean, it's not going to get any worse. I bet you if I drill out the bottom ones, water will come out. You want me to try it?
No, don't make it worse.
It's all got to get cut. It's not going to make it worse. It has to get pulled out, which I'm really...
Like has to, no way around it, has to?
Has to. It's fucked.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start drinking.
I should have brought you a beer.
What I need to do is strip all this hardware off and... So yeah, the transom is completely fucked, which sucks because now I either need to cut the whole top half of the boat off and shift it forward to get access to the transom, or I need to try to cut out the whole splash well, which I've never seen done really well. It seems pretty invasive. Or I need to try to put in a multi-piece transom. What I could do is I could try to put in just the top half of the transom because it needs to go up under that splash well and then put in the bottom half of the transom separately and bond them together. I don't know if that's a good idea on a really high horsepower boat, especially with a giant outboard sitting away from the transom on a jack plate. It seems like there's a lot of stress. Maybe it should be one piece, not multi-piece. Regardless of that, there's also the question of what material do I use? Do I use a marine plywood, or do I try to use some of this newer stuff? Kusa board, for example, is a name brand. Another one that I've been looking at is Divinicel. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but they're all kind of the same thing. It's a closed cell, high density polyethylene foam that is way stronger than the wood and way lighter. So I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Let me know in the comments below. Cheers and thanks for watching. Because this is just snowballed into a far bigger project, I'm gonna be doing this. All right, have a good one.
Really? It won't do it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop. This literally is falling. Okay.
You got it or no?
I did not expect that to happen.
Me neither. All right, why don't you get that side and I'll get this side. All right, look at that. That deserves a drink.
I was not ready for that. I thought it was still held on by that other bolt. No fair. No, I don't.
You have to. That was a big piece. A little whiskey.
Oh boy.
Get frisky.